hungry worm is one of the most terrifying creatures to come from Roblox, which is why I decided to add him into hardcore Minecraft. For the next 100 days, I'll be surviving as the hungry worm, flying through slap towers and devouring any player foolish enough to stand in my way. Will I be able to stop the hungry snake's reign over the towers, or will I be swallowed first? It was time to find out, as I spawned in as a baby hungry worm inside of a scary troll slap tower. Looking down at me from the peak were my parents.
Welcome to the world, son.
Our kind has the great honor of guarding our very own scary troll slab tower, and all of this will belong to you too, my boy.
Suddenly, a terrifying blue serpent with a gaping mouth flew down from the sky and loomed over my parents and me.
It won't belong to you for long. I've come to claim my prize.
We'll never let you take our tower or our family!
My mom and dad jumped into action, doing everything they could to defend our tower from the attack of the hungry snake. However, he quickly proved to be too powerful for them to keep up.
Now that you're weak, I will claim this tower for myself.
He struck them down with his strength and closed in on the tower button. Mom! Dad! No!
This tower belongs to me now.
The hungry snake pressed the button, causing the beast to grow in power as he claimed my parents' slap tower. That monster! He took everything! The hungry snake then peered through the glass of the tower and looked down upon me as he was its new guardian.
Oh, looks like I left a few loose ends. You won't stay around for long.
I knew I was no match for the beast. I ran off as fast as I could as he flew after me. On day 2, I was being chased from my home tower by the ferocious hungry snake.
Run all you want. I'll catch you.
He struck down at me from the sky above with his laser snake attacks. Luckily, with my small size, I was able to avoid them for now, but I knew I couldn't keep this up forever. As I fled from the serpent, I spotted an interesting dad, but he disappeared before I got a better look. Did you see that? There are loads of other secrets hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all. Just as I thought I was finally getting a lead, the hungry snake dropped down in front of me, blocking my path.
You're mine now.
Ah! I turned and ran the other way, only to be cornered at the edge of a cliff. I can't keep this up forever. I need to fly, just like my parents did before me. I took a leap of faith, but it was no use. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fly in my baby form. No! I crashed down towards the bottom of the cliff, but luckily a small body of water broke my fall, saving me for now. I can't stay here. I need to keep moving. I crawled across the world for hours until I stumbled upon another scary troll slap tower. If I can't outrun him, then I'll need to hide instead. I slithered inside of the slap tower for cover, but before I could catch my breath, the players inside turned toward me.
Is that a hungry worm?
Ugh, those things are always trying to eat us! Get him!
The players came after me with their weapons in hand. I had no choice but to begin the dangerous trek up the tower. On day 3, I was platforming up the slap tower as the angry players came after me. Nothing I did would get them off my tail. The jumps were easy for now, but with the players chasing me down, it made it harder to keep going. Just leave me alone!
You can't run forever. We'll catch you, worm.
I kept moving forward, but the place was a labyrinth filled with a variety of different obstacles. I had to evade all sorts of dangerous traps while the players kept up the chase. This was a challenge of a lifetime. One wrong move and I'd be falling all the way back down. I need to reach the top. If I do, I'll claim this tower for myself.
Take this!
Suddenly, a player came out of nowhere, knocking me over the edge with his slap hand. I fell down, but managed to land onto another platform, as opposed to hitting the bottom of the tower. I have to do something about these players or I'll never make it. The other player charged towards me full force, but this time I was gonna stand my ground. You won't stop me! Suddenly, I unleashed a powerful worm attack, knocking the player down instead. Whoa! I wonder what other powers I have as a hungry worm. I took my chance to continue forward, re-climbing the tower until I finally reached the top. However, the other player that knocked me down was in front of me, blocking my path.
It's over for you!
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I hit the button, officially claiming the slap tower for myself. However, something incredible happened. Power surged through my body, causing me to grow longer in size. My mouth split open into a terrifying grin as I gained new abilities as well as 5 more hearts.
Ah! What the heck is that thing?
I finally made it to the top and good lord, what the? Is that the little worm we were chasing?
Not anymore. I'm the defender of this tower now. The players ran for their lives as the roles shifted. This time, I was doing the chasing. On days 4 through 7, I began to devour the players who had attacked me in my attempts to climb the tower. No one stood a chance against me as I spotted more players trying to make it to the top. Now this is more like it! In my new form, I was able to fly down, fending off anyone who dared to intrude on my new turf. Everything was just as it should be. As the new defender of this tower, no one will reach the peak! I was relishing my newfound authority when suddenly I was ambushed by a giant slap hand. It hit me with a powerful blow, taking me by surprise. Who are you? The entity didn't respond as it continued its attacks, trying to overpower me with its crushing strength. I dodged the best I could as it continued the onslaught. Hey, I'm talking to you! Who are you? The hand entity ignored my questions and blasted me again with its hand laser. I knew this thing wasn't playing around. I had no choice but to defend myself. I unleashed my new abilities onto the hand boss, hoping they would be enough to stop it. But it was too powerful even for me. We both took to the skies, flying around the slap tower using our powers to damage one another. Neither of us were giving up, but it was clear I wasn't ready to fight a boss like this. Soon, the slap hand boss knocked me back, throwing me into a wall. You're a lot tougher than you look. The hand entity approached, ready to end me for good. Just as I thought I was done for, a 6-7 brain rot came out of nowhere, violently dapping him up before it was too late.
Come with me if you want to live.
I took my chance to flee with the 6-7 as the hand boss recoiled in pain. On days 8 through 10, the 6-7 brain rot took me into a hiding spot where we could take cover from the slap hand boss for now.
Thank goodness I found you. You must be the hungry worm who's gonna save us all.
I'm confused. What's going on? And what was that hand monster?
He's one of the Hungry Snake's many guardians. For years, the Hungry Snake has been trying to take over the server with the help of his dark guardians. He's terrorized countless mobs and games trying to assert himself as the ultimate life form. The only thing that stood in his way were the scary troll slap towers your parents defended. But now that he has taken control over the main tower, this server is doomed. But that's where you come in. It's said that the only one who can stop him is the Hungry Worm. You must reclaim the remaining 5 of the slap towers from his guardians and reach your full potential. Only then will you be able to return to your old home and reclaim it, defeating the Hungry Snake once and for all.
So that's why I transformed when I took over the last tower.
That's right. So what do you say? Are you on our side?
Of course I am. I'll avenge my parents and stop the Hungry Snake from taking full control. Suddenly, the hand boss crushed through our hiding spot, revealing both the 6-7 brain rot and me. Looks like there's no more running. You're going down! On days 11 through 14, I ran in to fight against the powerful hand boss. He used his slap beam attacks on me once again, trying to take down both myself and my 6-7 brain rot friend. I wasn't gonna let that happen, as I retaliated with my upgraded Hungry Worm powers, firing back with my projectile attacks of my own. However, just like before, he was still too powerful, and I was unable to injure the hand boss. I need to get an edge, but how?
It isn't much, but I've got this thing.
The 6-7 brain rot handed me a white slap hand. What do I do with this?
It should give you a slight power boost that only hungry worms can utilize. Take it.
Alright then. I snagged the slap hand and suddenly I got supercharged from its power. Whoa, this is incredible!
Quickly, use its power on the slap hand boss before it runs out.
With my new supercharged power, I went in to fight the hand for round 2. Thanks to the 6-7 brain rot's gift, I was doing much more damage to the foe than before. I was gonna win. Eventually, the hand fell to the floor seemingly defeated, and I just needed to land one final blow. You're finished now! I went in to deliver the final blow, but the hand boss thawed quickly and flew away. Hey, what are you doing?
He's going for the slap tower button. If he presses it, he'll grow in power.
Oh no! I took the skies and flew towards the top of the slap tower. Luckily, I was able to beat him there before he could press the button. You think you won, huh? It's time for you to have a taste of your own medicine. I used the remainder of my supercharged power to knock the boss off the tower. He plummeted down from the force of it, causing him to smash into the ground. He was finally defeated, leaving nothing but a map in his wake. This looks like the coordinates to the next slap tower. I better take control of it before it's too late. With my new lead, I took to the skies, ready to take on the next tower. On days 15 through 17, I followed the map until I arrived at the base of the next tower. However, I couldn't shake the odd feeling I had. I feel like something's watching me. I then made my way into the spooky tower to begin the climb. But before I could even start, I heard a booming voice.
Looks like the hungry worm has found my tower.
Just then, out of nowhere, the deer monster climbed out from one of the walls. You must be one of the Hungry Snake's guardians.
That's right, and if you want to take this tower, you'll have to pry it from my claws. Good luck reaching the top.
Oh yeah? I can fly now! I tried to take to the skies, but to my shock, I fell back towards the ground with a thud. What the?
You can't fly while you're partaking in my slap tower.
The deer monster vanished into the shadows of the tower, leaving me alone to deal with the challenges ahead. I don't need to fly to stop you. I'll do this the old-fashioned way. I began to scale up the tower, jumping from platform to platform. Luckily, this time around, it wasn't my first rodeo. I was making good progress, until suddenly I spotted a group of platforms shifting up and down with deadly spikes. What? Is the deer monster doing this? I slipped down from where I was standing, landing on a lower platform than before.
Like I said, you're in my slap tower. You'll never win.
Before I could stop him, he slipped back into the walls, leaving him untouchable. That thing is messing with me! I have to outsmart him if I ever want to reach the top. On days 18 through 21, I continued to climb the tower. But this time, I listened closely for the deer monster lurking in the walls. I know he's coming. I just need the right time to strike. Just then, the beast leapt out towards me. Luckily, I was prepared. I hit him with a laser attack, catching him off guard and forcing him to retreat back into the wall. Oh no you don't! You're mine now! I chased after the deer into his own secret passageway until we both arrived at the top of the tower.
You pest! You tricked me!
And that's not all I'm gonna do. I'm taking this tower back. The deer monster and I clashed in an epic battle over who would be the guardian of this tower. He used his deer monster attacks on me while I countered him with hungry worm attacks on my own. The guardian of this tower wasn't gonna stop me from progressing further. I used everything I had to stop the beast, but he was a strong foe that wasn't gonna back down. We were evenly matched, staying neck and neck throughout the course of the battle.
You're a strong little worm, but no matter. I will best you!
The deer monster fired his laser eye powers again, getting a direct hit on me. I'm not backing down! Eat this! Just then, I managed to knock the deer monster back, buying me the opening I was waiting for. I pressed the button, claiming the tower for myself and transforming into an even more powerful state. I now had 5 more hearts and new abilities. Taste the power of the hungry worm! I unleashed my new abilities onto the deer, striking him down once and for all. Before I could celebrate my victory, the owl swooped down from the sky, landing in front of me.
You may have defeated the deer, but you will never escape me!
On days 22 through 25, I was face to face with the owl at the top of the slab tower.
I see you've claimed this tower for yourself. Is your plan to obtain all the towers guarded by us?
Sure is. I'm getting stronger each day, and soon I'll claim all the towers and defeat the hungry snake.
Defeat the hungry snake? His strength is far greater than mine, so I don't think you'll even be able to defeat me. You want to give it a shot? I'll even let you get a few free hits in.
Don't taunt me! You're going down! I ran in and began attacking the owl threat, but just as he said, he was barely taking any damage and was looking like a hard enemy to defeat.
My turn.
He then used his wing slice attack on me. He was insanely powerful, but unfortunately for him, my new upgraded form allowed me to best him.
Able to burrow into the ground, I see. Nice trick, but it won't be enough to defeat both of us.
Both of us? I re-emerged to find the hungry snake flying overhead, intervening with our battle.
My guardians won't fail me so easily. Show them your true power!
I watched in horror as the hungry snake unleashed his power onto the owl. He mutated the beast into something even bigger and stronger than before. The owl was a new threat altogether.
Oh, this is more like it! Prepare to face my true strength!
Empowered by his new form, the owl swooped back into battle, unleashing the abilities he had just gained from the hungry snake. I did my best to fight back, but he was too much for me to handle with his increased strength. He's too strong! I can't keep up! He managed to land one final wing slice attack, forcing me to retreat for now. I took to the skies, escaping both the owl and hungry snake while I still could. I can't win like this. I need to get stronger somehow. On days 26 through 28, I fled into a snowy biome where I could see the next tower looming in the distance. That must be the next slab tower. If I can reach the top, I might be able to get the power boost I need. Before I could get any closer, the owl flew overhead, landing at the peak of the structure.
That worm is probably planning to level up. He's never gonna get a power boost as long as I'm here.
That's not good. I'll have to get stronger another way first if I want to defeat him. I looked around and noticed some footprints in the snow leading to another part of the forest. Where do these lead? I followed the path to find a group of players gearing up to take on the slab tower. I decided to lay low and listen in on them for any sort of lead.
I heard this one is guarded by a massive owl.
They'll be no match for us as long as we bring this.
The player took out a slap hand similar to the one that 6-7 gave me a few days ago. Whoa, with that, I might be able to stand a chance against the owl. I need to take it for myself and get a power boost. I tried to slip in and snag the slap hand while they weren't looking, but unfortunately, one of the players managed to spot me.
Hungry worm! Get him!
They charged forward with their weapons pointed at me. It was time to show these puny threats who's boss. On days 29 through 32, I prepared to take on the players full force. It's snack time! I used my massive hungry worm mouth to devour the players, leaving nothing but the slap hand in their wake. I snagged it and was instantly imbued with a surge of temporary power. Ooh, tasty! This'll be a huge help! I went ahead and tested out my new strength. I was able to create an explosion of the earth. Wow! This is just what I needed to challenge the owl's tower. I took to the skies and spoke with the owl who was waiting at the peak of the slab tower.
You again! You dare face me!
You don't know what's about to hit you. I charged forward, but once I got too close to the tower, I instantly fell from the sky, crashing into the ground below. Something about the tower was interfering with my ability to fly. What the?
Did you really think you could just fly up here? You have to complete all slab towers on foot.
Fine, have it your way. I began climbing the new tower. This one was made of icy blocks, making it far more slippery and hazardous than the other two towers I had faced before.
I think it's time I spice things up a bit.
The owl swooped by, hitting me with a violent gust of wind that pushed me over the edge of the slipper platforms. I dropped down to the bottom of the tower, forcing me to start once again from zero. Looks like he's not gonna make this easy for me. I'm gonna have to think smart if I want to scale this tower. On days 33 through 35, I tried to scale the tower as the owl continued to fly around me, sending out attacks. As I scaled higher up, I spotted an interesting man, but one of the owl's wind gusts blew it away before I could get a better look. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot the secret. The owl came after me with another powerful wind attack, but I managed to find cover before he could knock me down. Ugh, how am I supposed to climb the slab tower like this?
You will never make it to the top of the tower, not as long as I'm its guardian.
Quickly, the owl closed in on me, but little did he know I had a trick up my sleeve. Take this! I used my special new power to knock him out of the sky, causing him to plummet down to the bottom of the tower.
What was that?
You're not the only one with tricks. This tower will be mine! I climbed as fast as I could until I was only steps away from the button at the peak. However, before I could take the final stride, the owl dropped down into my path.
I'll never let you get past this point.
Then I'll force my way through. I took a leap of faith with my mouth gaping wide open.
No, wait!
I rushed towards the owl monster, swallowing him whole. Tastes like chicken. With the Guardian finally out of the way, I pressed the button at the top of the tower, causing me to once again transform. I grew even bigger in size, gained 5 hearts, and even more incredible powers waiting to be revealed. 2 down, 3 more to go. Just then, I spotted a plume of smoke rising into the sky from the distance. What's going on over there? I better check it out. I took to the skies, determined to find the source before it got any worse. On days 36 through 39, I arrived at the source of the smoke to find a commotion happening at Steel Brainrot. There, the 6-7 Brainrot was surrounded by a couple of players.
You're coming with us, number boy. Oh, come on. There are like 6 or 7 of you. This isn't fair.
There's literally only 2 of us.
I never learned how to count. It is my one great shame.
Oh no! If I don't act fast, who knows what those players will do to 6-7? I rushed forward towards the players, ready to fight. Hey, leave my friend alone.
What the? A hungry worm? You didn't say those things were running around, dude.
How was I supposed to know? I don't keep track of these things.
You guys are in trouble now.
Before they had a chance to run, I lunged forward, devouring the greedy players with my massive hungry worm jaws.
Hungry Worm, you came back to save me.
And it looks like I came just in time. Any other bully players I need to deal with?
Yeah, over there. There's one getting away.
I then looked over and spotted a player running away from the area.
I gotta hide!
Get back here, you! I tried to chase down the lone player before they could get too far, but somehow I managed to lose them. Huh, where did they run off to?
Surely he won't find me here, right?
I heard the coward whimpering and decided to play with my dessert. Found ya!
Wait! No!
I quickly eliminated the bully player and made my way back to 6-7. Well, that takes care of that. So, what's going on here?
I'm not sure. Those players just came out of nowhere. They've been taking all of the mobs here at Steal a Brain Rot, which I suppose makes sense, but still, it's rude.
Just then, I spotted a map on the ground and realized one of the players must have dropped it. What's the Grand Festival?
I've never heard of it, to be honest, but it might have something to do with all of this craziness that's been going on.
Well, I'm not about to let anyone else get hurt. Time to get to the bottom of this. With my map in hand, I took to the skies. I arrived at the location on the map to find a festival playing out at the base of the next slap tower. What's going on here? As I moved deeper into the area, I noticed that there were countless cages of brain rot mobs trapped inside of the festival.
Help us.
Sheesh, what is this? This is terrible! Finally, I made it to the center of the festival to find the strawberry elephant exiting the slap tower.
Welcome everyone to my strawberry extravaganza! Behold my collection of brain rot mobs!
Hey, stop right there! Are you the one who's been sending players to steal a brain rot?
Well, aren't you a buzzkill? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. What's it to you?
You can't trap brain rot mobs just for the fun of it. Let them go!
Well, when you put it that way, I don't think I will. The Hungry Snake said I could do whatever I wanted with this tower.
Then I'll make you! I charged at him full force, only to be sent flying backwards with the power of his tusks.
How about this instead? If you can reclaim this slap tower without falling to the bottom, I'll free everyone. But if not, you have to join my zoo.
I'll take on your challenge.
You're gonna be the greatest addition to my collection. Break a leg.
I entered the tower as the next trial began. On days 44 through 46, I scaled the tower on foot. Like the previous trials, I wasn't able to fly, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I needed to get through no matter what. I'll show that elephant who's boss. Just you wait! I jumped from platform to platform, clearing the obstacles that stood in my way and being careful not to fall for the traps. I was already making a lot of progress. After another jump, I took a moment to look and see how far I'd come already. I've gotten pretty good at platforming. I'll reach the top in no time. I was feeling extra confident in myself until my thoughts were interrupted abruptly.
I wouldn't speak so soon. Things are just starting to heat up.
Suddenly, a vine grew in my path and knocked me towards the bottom. Luckily, I managed to land on another platform instead of falling to my demise, but it was far too close for comfort. The strawberry elephant had decided to intervene with my progress, and he was enjoying every bit of watching me stumble.
What's the matter? Can't handle a bit of greenery?
Hey, that's cheating!
It's my tower, and I make the rules.
What? You can't change them halfway through?
Too late! I already have. Now take this!
The elephant's vines sprout out again, quickly making their way towards me. I jump forward just in time to avoid them, knocking me off again. This is crazy! I gotta get out of here! Vines continue to sprout around the entirety of the slab tower, making it completely covered as time went on. I used my attacks to strike them down, but keeping up with them was beginning to get difficult.
Oh, are my vines too strong for you? How pathetic!
Not at all. I was just warming up. I hopped to another spot and started attacking the vines that stood in my way. I was determined more than ever to get through this tower, and slowly I managed to destroy the vines one by one, moving a bit forward each time as I did. I'm almost there. Just a little more.
Oh no, you don't!
The strawberry elephant leapt into the air, crashing down onto the ground with his massive weight. The tower trembled under us from the impact, causing me to lose my balance and fall. On days 47 through 50, just as I thought I was done for, I managed to grab a hold of some hanging vines left by the elephant's attacks. I hadn't failed this challenge yet.
No!
I'm not giving up that easily. The fate of the brain rot mobs and the server depends on me. I climbed up to the peak of the tower, but the strawberry elephant stood in my path, blocking me from the button ahead. What the? How did you get up here so fast?
This is my tower, remember? I can be wherever I want so long as I have control.
You won't have control for long. I'll stop you!
That's it! It's time you had a taste of my true power!
The elephant absorbed sunlight into his leaves, causing him to transform. He grew even larger in size and sprouted a massive flower on his back. I knew things were going to be even more challenging now. He charged forward in his new form, using his vine whip to try and strike me down. I was backed into a corner as he started firing lasers at me from his trunk. I fought back with my explosive attacks, trying to push him back and defend myself. But thanks to his new upgrades, the two of us were neck and neck. I quickly began diving into the ground to dodge him and reappear, using my own laser to strike back. I continued giving the elephant every attack I had in me as he fired back with his poisonous attacks. Eventually, I managed to finally knock him back.
Your attacks will never break my strawberry armor.
Oh yeah? I think you forgot what strawberries are made for.
Wait, what are you doing?
Lunchtime! I closed in on the elephant, chomping down onto him with my hungry worm jaws. Strawberry. With the threat out of the way, I pressed the button, causing another surge of power to course through me. I grew larger in size, gained 5 hearts, and new abilities. Even better, as the new guardian of this tower, I set all the brain rot captives free. Just 2 more towers to go before I can take on the hungry snake. Suddenly, an attack struck down near me. I turned to find that the hungry snake had arrived to stomp me out sooner than I had expected. On days 51 through 54, I was face to face with the hungry snake himself.
You've been causing a lot of trouble at my slap towers.
I'm taking back what belongs to me and my family.
Oh, really? Because by the looks of it to me, you're just being a real pain in my side. I think it's time I reminded you who the stronger one really is.
The hungry snake came after me with his new electric attacks, proving just how powerful he really was. I tried my best to fight back, but even with my upgrades, he was still too strong. This can't be. Even with all my upgrades, I can't win.
You'll never reclaim the other towers. I'll make sure of it.
Just as I was about to be struck down, a surprise attack flew in out of nowhere, hitting the hungry snake. I turned to see that the 6-7 brain rot had come to help. 6-7 brain rot? What are you doing here?
The brain rots told me you were in danger. Do you know how many there were?
Not the time.
How sweet. But I can't have any more troublemakers running around.
Suddenly, the hungry snake used his powers to conjure a cage around the 6-7 brain rot. Let him go!
Make me!
The hungry snake shot out another laser attack at me. There was no breaking through his strength.
Run! Run while you still can!
But
I said run!
Fine, I'll be back for you. I promise. I reluctantly listened to the 6-7 brain rot and ran while I still had the chance.
Good luck saving your friend. He'll be moved to a different tower by the time you return.
On days 55 through 57, I found a place to take cover thanks to the help of 6-7. But now I needed to make a plan to save him too. Where could the hungry snake have taken him? I need to save him before it's too late. I began scanning the area from the skies above, and I thought I might have spotted an interesting yellow man. Unfortunately, it wouldn't help me save the 6-7 brain rot. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot it. Just then, I spotted a path of 6s and 7s on the ground leading towards something. What's this about? Could it be connected to the 6-7 kid? With my curiosity piqued, I followed along the trail of numbers, and at the end of the path was a terrifying 666 monster. The horrible creature was preparing to eat a terrified player. This looks bad. I better lay low. I found a place to hide and watched as the monster loomed over his prey.
Please, leave me alone!
I don't think so. The hungry snake isn't the only one who's hungry around here.
Hungry snake? This guy must be another one of his guardians. The bee struck down the player. I wish I could have intervened, but this monster seemed like bad news.
I should be heading back to my tower. I can't have the 6-7 brain rot escaping.
Wait, 6-7 brain rot? He has my friend captive! Just then, I realized I let my excitement get to me. The 666 monster snapped towards my direction.
Who goes there?
On days 58 through 61, I managed to slip into a hiding spot, avoiding the 6'6 monster for now. Gah, he's ruthless! Maybe there's something around here that can help me get him off my tail.
I know you're around here somewhere. I'll stop at nothing to find you, whoever you are.
I acted fast and searched the area I was hiding in, but the place was barren. Nothing in here was gonna help me against this guy. Shoot! Nothing here! Then I'll have to try something else. Maybe a projectile attack will get his attention. I then use my worm power to shoot a projectile into another direction, in hopes of getting the monster to take the bait.
Huh? What was that?
Lucky for me, my plan was working and the 666 beast moved towards my distraction. Or so I thought. He suddenly stopped in his tracks. What the? Why did he stop?
Your scent is running cold in this direction. Good try, hungry worm. But you'll have to try harder than that. Come out, wherever you are!
My plan failed as the monster moved even closer towards my hiding spot. If I wanted to get out of here and survive, I had to think of something else. Dang it! I just need to get out of here before that thing crushes me! Using the cover around me, I tried my best to lay low, stealthing through the area as the 666 monster tried to sniff me out. I neared the exit, but when I tried to make my escape, I was blocked by the 666 monster as he walked by. Come on! I can't be this unlucky! I just need to make a run for it. I tried to slip past the monster as he looked in the other direction, and luckily I managed to miss his gaze.
Where are you?
The 666 monster frustratingly moved in the opposite direction, allowing me to creep out of hiding. Alright, time to get out of here. Wait, what is that? I noticed a map on the ground and picked it up for safekeeping. This leads to the next tower. The 6'7 brain rot should be there. I took to the skies, escaping the 6'6 monster while I still could. It was time for a rescue mission. On days 62 through 64, I arrived at the location on the map to find the next slab tower I was looking for. 6'7 brain rot must be at the top. I better climb this thing before the 666 monster returns. I entered the tower and lost my ability to fly, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I was gonna reach the top. I began to scale up the tower, jumping from one platform to the next, being sure to not make any mistakes. Some of the paths were blocked by fire, but I simply pushed through them to continue my journey to the top. As I went though, I was suddenly met with a jump that had 2 platforms to choose from, each with their own number on it. 3 times 5? Is this a math equation? I don't have time for that. I picked up a random platform and jumped onto it, but unfortunately, it was the wrong answer. It vanished under me, causing me to fall back down to the beginning. Okay, so I didn't pick the right answer to continue. Noted. Suddenly, a fireball attack hit me where I stood. I turned to see that the 666 monster had finally arrived.
Intruder!
Looks like I was just put on a timer. I climbed up again and made it to the same obstacle that I failed. But this time, I was met with a different math problem. I had to crunch some numbers fast. What could it be? 6? No, 7! Another laser shot towards me as the 666 monster tried to knock me down from below. I just have to try something! I picked my answer and jumped across. Luckily for me, I picked the right choice this time. I was teleported to the next platform, allowing me to keep moving. I finally clawed my way to the peak of the tower, where I found the 6'7 brain rot trapped in a cage waiting for me.
Hungry Worm, you came back for me!
Of course I did. I wouldn't let anything happen to you. Before I could rescue my friend, the 666 monster dropped into my path.
What a sweet reunion! Too bad this is the end of the line for you!
On days 65 through 67, I was facing off against the 666 monster to become the new guardian of the slab tower and save my friend. He used his laser and swiping attacks on me, forcing me to fight back with my own laser and projectiles. I hoped my stronger form would be enough to keep me from getting knocked off the tower by my foe. I did what I could to counter him. However, even with my upgrades, he was too powerful. My 6'7 friend was counting on me to finish this fight, but I was unsure of the outcome. Every hit I got in was doubled back at me, and the powerful strikes were beginning to wear me down. I continued fighting with everything I had, utilizing my explosive bomb attacks to dwindle the monster's health. Unfortunately, it still wasn't enough. The 666 beast overwhelmed me with the strength of his claws that heavily damaged my health anytime I got close. Even when I thought I was doing significant damage, the beast refused to fall.
What's the matter, huh? Is that all the hungry worm has to offer?
He hit me with a powerful tri-laser attack, leaving me weak. I needed to find a way to turn the tide.
No! Hungry Worm! Get up! Keep fighting!
He's tough. I can't keep this up.
Then it's a good thing you're not alone.
The 6'7 brain rot began smacking the cage to get the attention of the 666 monster.
Hey, over here!
This isn't about you. Mind your own business!
The beast had turned towards 6-7, leaving his back wide open. Now was my chance. I used my laser attack to strike him from his weak point.
No, it can't be!
I fired one more blast, defeating him once and for all. The smarter mob always wins. Just then, a button appeared in front of me, giving me a chance to claim the slap tower. I pressed the button on the tower, and I grew even more powerful than I already was, growing in size, gaining hearts, and new abilities. With my new strength, I freed the 6-7 brain rot from his prison. Thanks for the help back there.
Of course, we're a team, right?
Suddenly, the tower trembled under us. What was that?
The hungry snake must be coming. Let's get out of here before he finds us.
On days 68 through 72, the 6-7 brain rot and I found a place to regroup away from the tower. I think we lost them for now.
I wouldn't be so sure. The hungry snake stops at nothing to capture his prey.
You seem to know a lot about him and his plans. How did you learn all of this?
Long ago, the hungry snake tried to recruit me too, just like Strawberry Elephant and 666 Monster. He came to steal a brain rot hoping that stronger mobs would help his cause. However, when I heard his true intentions, I knew I needed to stop him. I tried to convince my fellow brain rots not to listen to his lies, but it didn't matter. They listened to him, and I lost everything. Since then, I've spent my time quietly watching from the sidelines, making sure he doesn't hurt anyone else. When I heard about the hungry worm, I knew I had to find you. You could actually stop his evil, once and for all.
Well, you're sure not alone anymore. I'll be by your side until the very end.
Thanks. And I think I have one more thing that might be able to help you.
The 6-7 brain rot handed me a map. The Lost Forest? What is this about?
The final tower is so well hidden that it's impossible to find without a map. However, rumor has it that it lies somewhere in the Lost Forest.
Then I know where I have to look next. Thanks for everything.
Good luck. We're counting on you.
With my new mission in mind, I took to the skies to scout out the Lost Forest. On days 73 through 75, I followed my lead to the Lost Forest, scouting it out from the skies above. Eventually, I found it, but I wasn't sure where to look. Well, here's the forest. The map to the tower has to be somewhere around here. I flew over the area, but the trees seemed to span outward with no end in sight. It seemed like my search was going to take ages to find what I was looking for. Come on, there has to be something around here. I'm starting to wish I had a map to the map. Suddenly, I spotted something moving on the ground below. I had a spark of hope. Someone else is here. Maybe they can help me. I landed on the ground and tried to get their attention. Excuse me, have you seen a map to the slab tower? I jumped back as I realized I had found a dead rail zombie. The sight of it startled me for a moment. Ew, what are you doing around here? Let's send you straight back to Roblox. I used my powers to strike down the zombie, killing it before it could touch me. What was this guy doing around here anyway? That's when I suddenly noticed a path nearby that I hadn't seen before. Where does this lead? I followed the trail and arrived at a quiz show that was being hosted by none other than El Goblino from the Doors Roblox game.
Bienvenidos! We have a new contestant!
Oh, no. I'm not a contestant.
Don't be ridiculous, of course you are. Now come, let's get started.
Sorry, I wish I could play, but I'm really busy right now. I'm looking for a map.
A map, you say? How about that one over there?
El Goblino revealed a map that was sealed away inside of a glass case. Wait, that's what I was looking for!
Well, you can't have it. Only the winners of my quiz show can earn it. It's the grand prize.
Well, fine then. Sign me up. I'll take on your challenge.
Are you sure? You should know that losers are killed on the spot, no matter how big they are.
Killed on the spot? What kind of rules are those? I thought this was a quiz show, not a death show.
Sorry, I didn't make them. I just enforce them.
Well, if it's the only way I can get the map, then I don't have much of a choice.
Very well. Let the games begin!
On days 76 through 79, I was up on stage as El Goblino's contestant on his quiz show.
All right, Hungry Worm, it's time for your first question.
Bring it on!
Question numero uno. What is the tool used to push players in Scary Troll Slap Tower?
Oh, that's an easy one. Slap hands.
That's right. I hope you're ready for question dos. What is considered the rarest mob in Steal a Brain Rot?
The Strawberry Elephant.
Bingo! You are en fuego! If you get this last question, the map is yours.
Bring it on.
Question tres. Now this one hits a little close to home for me. How did you defeat the figure?
Wait, what? I never fought a mob like that before.
Uh-oh, well, you know what happens if you guess wrong.
I know. Just give me a sec. I tried to focus hard to recall the mob. As I did, I saw one of my past lives drift through my mind. I feel like I remember a hotel?
I ducked down behind something for cover. If I was gonna win, I would have to outwit the blind monster. I took out the glass bottle I'd found and tossed it to create a diversion. The figure turned towards the noise of the glass shattering, giving me the opening I needed. With his back turned, I came out of hiding and landed a powerful sneak attack onto the figure. With my powerful blow, the figure fell to the ground in defeat.
I got it. I landed a sneak attack to win.
Ding, 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 ding. You're correct. You win.
The glass case was lifted from the map, allowing me to finally gain the lead I was missing. This is the final tower before I take on the hungry snake. I better get moving. I then took to the skies, following my new map that I won. On days 80 through 83, I followed the map until I finally arrived at the next slab tower. It was quieter than I would have thought. I expected to find another entity there, but nobody seemed to be around. So this was my chance. Weirdly quiet, but hey, I just need to climb up to the top. Here goes nothing. I entered the tower and began speedily making my way up. I jumped from platform to platform, easily avoiding traps just like the ones before. However, something felt off. I just couldn't figure out what. That's strange. I feel like I've been climbing for a while, and I haven't seen the Guardian. I shrugged off the feeling, deciding to instead focus on getting done as fast as possible. That is, until I noticed something. Wait, wasn't I just here? I looked behind me, and sure enough, I spotted the set of blocks that looked like an F that I just saw earlier. Okay, something's definitely strange here. I continued to climb, keeping an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. But it seemed like no matter how much I tried, I was just going in circles. I saw the same strange platform again, and I wasn't getting any higher up towards my goal. I was completely stuck with no idea how to break the strange loop I was in. Is this thing cursed or something? I haven't made any progress at all.
You made a mistake the second you entered this place.
Suddenly, the Omega Brain Rot appeared before me. It turned out the Guardian of the Tower had been following me this whole time. He had just been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. What's going on? Why am I still in the same spot?
Looks like you caught on to my trick. This place is cursed by my magic. Every step you take will just send you backwards again and again. As long as I'm here, you'll never escape.
Then I'll just have to take you down. I unleashed my laser attack, but the brain rot was able to teleport out of the way before I could hit him. What the? I looked around, trying to find where he went. He then abruptly reappeared close behind me. I tried my attack again, and again he vanished and reappeared somewhere else.
Oh, you just picked a fight with the wrong mob. You're going down now.
What? How are you teleporting so fast?
It doesn't matter. You'll be gone too quickly to care anyways. Now die!
The monster fired a laser attack of its own towards me. Without many options, I jumped down to the bottom of the slab tower as the Omega closed in behind me. On days 84 through 86, I managed to lure the boss out of the tower and into the open. Good luck fighting me now without your tower as cover.
I won't need it. Your days end now.
The monster charged in, and I was fighting now, going head to head against the Omega Brain Rot. I tried to strike the beast down with my worm attacks, but each time I got close, he would teleport away.
You're too slow.
I was fighting a losing battle. The Guardian of this tower had an ability that I had no idea how to push past. Anytime I thought I was getting the upper hand, he would teleport away and strike me with a heavy blow. I tried to predict his movements and find where he would teleport to next, but he was just too random. My plan to fight the mutated monster was backfiring, and I was beginning to lose. If I didn't think of something quick, I would surely be killed by his might.
Just a few more hits and you're dead, meatworm. Take this!
The Omega came in with a heavy shark jump attack, dealing massive damage to me. Things were starting to look bleak. I can't keep up. I have to find a way to trick him. I thought quickly and ran back inside of the tower with a new plan in mind.
Get back here!
The Omega Brain Rot chased after me, but when he got inside, I was nowhere to be seen.
What the? Where did you go?
Right here! I then blasted my foe with a powerful laser attack from behind, instantly killing him from the blast. With him out of the way, I can reach the top now. With the Omega Brain Rot now gone, I managed to finally break the loop, reaching the peak of the tower. I ran towards my prize and pressed the tower button to claim it for myself. I grew even larger in size, gained 5 more hearts, and overwhelming strength. All that's left to do now is the final challenge. I need to reclaim my home from the hungry snake. You better watch out. I'm coming for you. I took to the skies and set off towards my final destination. On days 87 and 89, I flew back towards my home, ready to reclaim it from the hungry snake. As I flew, I spotted something interesting, but it was hard to make out. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. As I continued my journey, I got lost in my thoughts, wondering if I was really ready to take on the final challenge. The only thing that stands in my way is that hungry snake. I wonder if I really have what it takes to defeat him. I recalled our last fight together and how it didn't go as I had planned. The hungry snake came after me with his new electric attacks, proving just how powerful he really was. I tried my best to fight back, but even with my upgrades, he was still too strong. This can't be. Even with all my upgrades, I can't win.
You'll never reclaim the other towers. I'll make sure of it.
The only reason I made it back there was because of the 6-7 brain rot. Will I be able to win? No, I can't have doubts in my mind. I'm stronger than I was before. This plan has to work. Just then, I was realizing I noticed the same landmark twice now. Something was wrong. I was going in circles again. What the? How is this possible? I already defeated the Omega Brain Rot. I should be free of his curse by now. I tried to fly faster, but in my attempts to escape the loop, I was teleported back to where I started. The hungry snake is messing with me. I'm trapped here in a loop. Just then, I spotted something glowing on the surface below. What is that? Maybe it could break the loop. I flew down towards the ground to take a better look. On days 90 through 92, I arrived at the source of the light to find a glowing slap hand. Next to it was none other than Trallalero Tralala.
Oh, finally! Another mob who's trapped here too!
So I was right! This is a trap!
Yep, the hungry snake locked anyone foolish enough to approach his tower here. I've been stuck for weeks, no, months.
Are you okay?
Of course I am! Don't I look okay?
Not really.
Wow, rude. I've been working on my appearance for a while now, you know.
Look, I need to find a way out of here. I have to reclaim that tower at all costs.
Well, you're fighting a losing battle. Nothing can break this loop. I've tried everything.
I ignored the Trallalero's words and looked over at the glowing hand beside him. What about the giant glowing slap hand?
Oh, I never noticed that thing. Yeah, maybe that would work.
How did you not notice? It's literally glowing.
Look, I just thought it was a neat on-themed lamp or something, okay?
Whatever, just let me give it a try.
Sure, be my guest.
The shark brain rot moved aside, and I stepped forward and reached out towards the glowing monument only for its power to consume me. I was sucked away into another realm. Ah!
Well, alone again.
I reappeared inside of a dream world all by myself. I was confused and alone yet again. What is this place? Where did that hand take me?
Max?
Suddenly, I turned to see that my parents were standing before me. On days 93 through 95, I was face to face with my parents inside of a strange realm. Mom? Dad? I must be dreaming, right?
You're not. It's really us. You've made it to a realm in between.
We're so happy to see you again, my boy. Oh, we missed you.
I can't believe it. I missed you guys too. The hungry snake took everything from us. I've been trying to do everything to avenge you, but now I'm trapped in this terrible loop.
Not for long you will be. You're not alone anymore.
Wait, you can help?
We can, but there's one more power you haven't been able to get yet.
Please, take this.
To my surprise, my parents blasted me with their power. With their help, I could feel my power grow.
With our strength, you'll be able to avenge us and stop the hungry snake once and for all.
Wait, I can't leave now. What if I never see you again?
You will one day, I promise.
And we will always be watching over you. We're so proud.
We love you, Max.
I love you guys too. I promise I'll set things right. I vanished into thin air as I was sent back to reality. On days 96 through 98, I appeared back next to the glowing hand where Tralalero Tralala was pacing around in a panic.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? That was my last hope out of here, and now I'm alone! Trapped! This is a disaster! I never even got to tell my wife I love her! Oh, Tralalera, please forgive me!
Dude, I'm right here.
And what about the oven? I told her I would turn it off! I forgot! Our house is probably in flames!
Tralalero!
Oh my gosh, you're alive!
Yeah, dude, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, I knew you would come back. You'd never leave me to rot here inside of your cool hand realm. Now we can rot here together.
Not for long. Stand back. Using the newfound strength from my parents, I cleared a path in the forest, finally forging a way for us to escape the loop.
Wait, what did you just do?
Paved the way out of here.
Oh my god. Freedom!
Hey, wait, where are you going? Before I could stop him, Tralalero had already bolted off on his own, leaving me in the dust. What a weird guy. I don't have time to dwell on that though. It's time to take back what I lost. I followed the path I made until I finally arrived at my slap tower home from day one. It was still guarded by the hungry snake, but I was about to set things right. This is it. It's time to take what's mine. Using everything I had learned over my journey, I began to scale up the slap tower, platforming over various obstacles. As I move upwards, I spotted a mysterious figure, but when I went to take a better look, it vanished. Did you find all the secrets? There were 7 in total. Be sure to rewatch the video and look for them all. I finally reached the peak of the tower where the hungry snake was already waiting for me. It was time to face my toughest challenge yet. On day 99, I was finally at the peak of my slap tower home, ready to reclaim it in my parents' name. But this was no time to celebrate. Not yet.
Well, well, well. Look who slithered his way up here.
It's over. I took control of all the other slab towers. Surrender this one too, and we can end this peacefully.
You still have hope for a peaceful end? Ha! You're even more foolish than I thought.
Maybe you're right. This stopped being peaceful the moment you slayed my parents.
Oh, those pesky worms? I don't even remember their names, but I suppose we're in the same boat with that one.
Why you?
What's the matter? Did I strike a nerve?
I'm gonna make you pay for everything. Right here and now.
I'd like to see you try.
I was done listening to the hungry snake's cruelty. I charged forward, initiating the final battle. I used my attacks to catch the hungry snake off guard while he fired off attacks of his own. He was by far the strongest foe I had ever faced, but this battle would decide it all.
You've gotten stronger, but I won't back down.
Suddenly, the hungry snake managed to land a devastating sonic attack on me. Things were starting to look bleak.
Can't you see? You'll never defeat me.
On day 100, I was struggling to hold on as the snake readied another attack. I wanted to dodge, but I wasn't fast enough and got hit with another blow. No, it can't end like this! I'm so close!
Just give up! Little worms aren't meant to be predators!
The hungry snake came closer, ready to finish me off. Just as I thought I was done for, I found a small opening to fight back. Maybe I don't have to defeat you the old-fashioned way. This is from my parents! I used the new powers I had gotten from my parents to land a critical hit on the hungry snake. He recoiled in pain as something strange began to happen to him.
What's going on?
I watched as my opponent shrank down into a puny size.
What? Why am I so small?
I think it's finally time I had my snack.
No, wait!
Using my massive hungry worm mouth, I devoured the hungry snake, finally reclaiming the slap tower for myself. I did it! This was for you, Mom and Dad. The tower is ours again. However, before I could celebrate long, the ground began to shake under me. What now? I took back the tower! That should be it! My vision went dark as I began shrinking smaller and smaller, unsure of what would become of me next. But one thing was clear. My journey was only just beginning.
On day 1, I spawned in as a baby sandworm with my older brother, Mordecai. Suddenly, the wall of our home exploded.
Max, you have to find the treasure. The Raiders and Wolf Clan are coming for me.
Treasure? What are you talking about? What's going on? Out of nowhere, humans ran into our home and began to attack us with tons of explosives. Mordecai tried to protect me, but the explosions killed him in a single blow. No! I dug up to the surface and discovered the raiders were waiting in cars.
Get the little sandworm. We can't let him get that treasure.
They began to chase me with their cars and fired guns at me. I only had 5 hearts, so I knew they were too strong for me. I ran for my life. As a sandworm, I had the ability to burrow, so I dug tunnels as fast as I could to try and escape the onslaught of vehicles. They can't catch up now. Suddenly, I encountered a wall of obsidian in my way. Oh no! I can't dig through that! The raiders soon arrived and blew up the wall to reveal my hiding spot.
End of the line, worm.
No! I can't die here! Just then, I used a magical sand attack, causing the raider to float back towards the surface.
Ah, sand in my eyes.
I took the chance to dig straight down as fast as I could, but before I knew it, I was falling straight into a lava pit. Ah! On day 2, I was plummeting towards the lava below. I thought fast and used the materials I had dug up during the chase to place down a block before I hit the lava. Ooh, that was close. I looked around and realized I had dug straight into a mysterious cavern with a pyramid inside. What is this place? Just then, I heard footsteps approaching, so I ran inside of the pyramid to hide. I don't think they'll find me here. I carefully looked around the pyramid and discovered a strange artifact floating on a pedestal. It looked important, so I picked it up for safekeeping. Whoa, is this related to the treasure? Suddenly, I heard growling behind me. I turned around and found a massive wolf staring me down.
I am Hugo, the leader of the wolf bounty hunters. Hand over the artifact.
No way!
Then we'll take it by force.
The wolf lunged at me, leaving me no other choice but to fight. Hugo was very large and had powerful jaws to boot. I had to be careful not to get hurt too much, otherwise I was finished. I used my magical sand attack to make him levitate up into the air and drop him back down for fall damage. Unfortunately, my attacks just weren't doing enough damage. Despite my efforts, the wolf was just too powerful for me. I burrowed into the ground to try and escape him. Unfortunately for me, he kept following me. The wolf leader was hot on my tail. He's too fast! I'm not gonna make it! I was about to get caught by Hugo, so I knew I had to try something quick. I began to dig above my head until I spotted lava slowly beginning to creep down towards me. Bingo! I moved out of the way of the lava, and it poured down in front of the wolf before he could catch up.
I'll be back with my pack to capture you and that artifact.
I managed to escape with my life, but now I was in the middle of a crazy treasure hunt between the raiders and the wolf clan. What does this treasure even do? Just then, the artifact began to shake. Ah! I threw it on the ground and a tiny entity appeared from it. Ah! Please don't kill me!
Why would I kill you? My name is Gaia. I heard you were seeking the treasure.
Sort of. What is this treasure anyways?
The treasure is thought to reside in a wonderful oasis surrounded by life and water. The entity who's lucky enough to find it will be granted a single wish.
A wish? That means I could bring my brother back to life. Can you take me to it?
Unfortunately, I don't know where it is, but I have a clue. In order to complete the map, you must travel to the 6 desert monuments. The first one is located inside of the Badlands.
Then I know my next mission. On days 4 through 7, I began to head towards the Badlands when suddenly I dug straight into a wall of TNT. What the? It's a trap! It was too late to run. I got blown up by the TNT and survived with only half a heart. Ouch! What was that? I noticed a letter in the wreckage and picked it up. If you're still alive to read this, surrender now or us raiders will come finish the job. The treasure will be ours. Sheesh. The wolves and raiders aren't messing around. I knew I was going to need shelter if I wanted to survive their attacks, so I began searching for a good spot to start. Once I found where I wanted to build, I began to dig a tunnel system that led to multiple different rooms. Each room was going to have its own use. I made one into a furnace room, one into a treasure room, and the last one into my own bedroom. This will protect me from those clans. After finishing up the base, I searched for some food. I killed a few cows for their meat and cooked it up in my furnace room. As I finished up cooking, I heard an explosion come from above ground. What was that? On days 8 through 12, I dug to the surface to find the place covered in flames. The raiders must be destroying everything in search of something. I noticed a trail of fire they left in their path and decided to follow it for more information. When I got to the end, I discovered they had led me straight to the first desert monument, the Sphinx. They must be after the first map piece. I knew I couldn't take them on as a baby, so I stealthed over to the entrance of the monument.
Unfortunately, just as I thought I was in the clear, a raider spotted me.
There's the worm. Get him!
I quickly tried to open the door to the monument, but it was locked. Ugh! Let me in!
Why, yes, little sandworm.
I looked up and realized the Sphinx talked.
If you would like to get inside, you must answer my riddle.
I don't have time for that. Those guys want to kill me. Just then, the raiders looked dynamite at the Sphinx, blowing up the entrance.
Ow.
I ran past the raiders through the hole in the wall and spotted the map waiting for me inside. I quickly ran towards it and snagged it before those pesky raiders had the chance. Nice! Suddenly, I had a strange sensation inside of me. I changed color and my teeth became sharper. My body grew longer and I felt more powerful. I was now an adult sandworm with 10 hearts. Whoa! I wonder what else I can do as an adult. Just then, the raiders came running towards me, but this time I wasn't running. I jumped into battle. The raiders all swarmed me with their blades and tried to overwhelm me with their numbers, but they didn't expect my newfound strength. In my new form, I was able to use a sandworm gauntlet, which allowed me to stick out my tongue and bite the raiders one by one. If too many opponents were surrounding me, I used my magical sand blaster to make them levitate into the air and buy me some time. With the combination of my two powerful abilities, I was beginning to get an edge. We went back and forth, but I managed to take out the raider goons. One map piece down, 5 more to go.
Not so fast.
Just then, the leader of the raiders emerged.
Well, well, well. Looks like the baby sandworm is all grown up.
That's right, so you better back off.
You may have defeated my men, but I'm Rusty, leader of the raiders. Now hand over the map.
Rusty charged at me with all of his might and we clashed. He shot at me with all kinds of crazy guns and tossed grenades all over the place. He was super strong. The longer we fought, the sooner I realized just how much stronger he was than his goons. At this rate, I was definitely going to lose.
Let's end this with a bit of fireworks.
Rusty placed down a block of powerful-looking TNT and rode away on his motorbike. I don't want to stick around for that thing. I quickly began to burrow away. Thankfully, as an adult, I could dig even faster than before. With my new speed, I managed to escape the Sphinx and I watched as the monument exploded behind me. He's tough. I gotta be careful. I took my map piece prize and burrowed away once again. As I was digging, I suddenly dug into a wolf clan den. Wolves were asleep all around me. That could have been bad, but I wonder what sort of intel they have here. I snooped around the wolf den, being careful not to wake anyone, and discovered a strange letter. The next map piece is concealed with gold. What does that mean? Just then, one of the wolves woke up.
Intruder!
Ah! I burrowed away to escape before they could catch up. On days 16 through 19, I managed to narrowly escape the wolf clan and return back to my base to regroup. I better prepare to search for the next monument. I started by crafting some iron armor to make myself more sturdy for any future encounters. Next, I made a room full of cows so I would have all the meat I could dream of. After that, I expanded the base to have more rooms, including a room specifically for Gaia to enjoy.
Thank you! This is lovely! Although, I'm not sure why I need it if I live in this artifact.
It's good to stretch your legs sometimes. Gaia went back into her artifact when suddenly a wolf entered my base.
I found you. We'll be taking that artifact now.
The goon ran in and snatched Gaia, and I quickly chased behind them. You come back here! I was in pursuit of Gaia's wolf captor, but they were too quick for me to keep up. I eventually got thrown off their tail. No! I have to find them, no matter what! I dug and dug in search of any sign of my friend when I stumbled upon a pile of bones. They must be close. I followed the trail until arriving at a massive prison. Standing guard in front of the gates was a terrifying guard wolf. I would hate to alert that guy. I'm gonna have to dig around them. I dug beneath the walls of the prison and popped out on the other side. There, I spotted Gaia's artifact locked inside of a cage. Don't worry, Gaia, I'll break you out. Just then, Hugo emerged from the platform above.
It seems we have an intruder. Guards, kill that worm.
Desert wolves rushed towards me with the intent to kill. They had a really strong bite, but luckily with my sandblast power, I was able to keep them away from me so I didn't get swarmed. With this strategy, I was able to slowly take them out one by one using my tongue. I managed to take down the pack of rabid wolves, but the horrifying guard came for me next. He was not like the other wolves. His strength was unmatched, and every hit he would land dealt massive damage. His massive jaws gnashed at me, and I fought back with my powers, but I knew they were too strong for me in my current form. I hit him with my sandblast power over and over, making him rise up higher and higher into the air.
Please let me down!
You asked for it! I dropped him down onto the ground, but the fall damage still wasn't enough to weaken him. At this rate, I was gonna lose, so I decided to set my sights on Gaia instead. I broke through the bars of the cage and smashed her artifact free from the case. With Gaia safe in my grasp, I burrowed away to safety.
You can't run forever!
On days 24 through 27, now that Gaia was safe, I decided to search for the next monument. The clue I read said something about being concealed in gold. Do you have any ideas?
Not sure. I do remember something about a golden scarab, though.
Suddenly, a dirt bike zoomed by in the distance. That must be the raiders. Let's see what they're up to. Gaia returned to her artifact and I followed behind the dirt bike. Eventually, we arrived at a dig site with the tip of a pyramid peeking through. Oh no! They found it! We better get inside before they do. I dove into the ground and emerged on the other side to find a giant ancient pyramid waiting. Wow, it's beautiful. I moved in deeper and discovered a pharaoh sitting at his throne. I approached him cautiously and he suddenly spoke.
Greetings, traveler. If it is treasure you seek, we must first find my missing golden scarab.
How do I do that? The pharaoh tossed over an ancient axe.
Use this to capture it, but be warned, you must weaken him first.
You got it! On days 28 through 31, I began to search the massive pyramid for the lost golden scarab. Oh, little scarab, where are you? Just then, a giant golden scarab emerged out of nowhere. You're not little. The monstrous bug attacked me. The scarab was quick on its feet and had the ability to launch flaming projectiles at me. I had to be careful not to get caught up in all of the fire he would leave behind. Otherwise, the burn damage would overtake me. I went in close with my ancient axe to try and deal some damage up close, but it was hard to hit the squirmy bug. I switched to my sandblaster to make the scarab unable to run and took the opportunity to smash him down once again with my axe. I did this over and over again until finally the golden scarab grew weaker. After a long battle, I used the ancient axe I had received from the pharaoh to finally finish off the bug. It suddenly transformed into a little scarab amulet. I better take this back to the pharaoh. I returned the amulet to him and he was overjoyed.
As promised, here is your prize.
The pharaoh tossed over the map piece, but before I could pick it up, a bulldozer came flying down from above and crushed the pharaoh. Oh my gosh!
I'll be taking that.
Hey, I earned that fair and square.
Sometimes life ain't fair. Now prepare to die, you good-for-nothing worm.
Rusty charged me with the bulldozer, giving me no choice but to retreat. On days 32 through 35, I was being chased by Rusty in a bulldozer. Normally, I would burrow away, but he was able to mow through blocks, making it hard to escape him. Come on, Max, think! I began running towards a wall and made a sharp turn to throw him off my tail. He crashed into the wall, but the bulldozer didn't stop.
You think that's gonna stop me?
I knew he was still close behind, but my little diversion did buy me some time. I better set up a trap. I quickly burrowed underground and weakened the strength of the ground by creating a massive hole. Once I was done, I climbed back up and tried to lure him in. Hey, come and get me!
There you are.
Rusty charged full speed ahead and fell right into my trap. Rusty dropped the map piece on the way down, and I snatched it for safekeeping. One step closer towards the wish. Suddenly, Rusty's crew arrived.
Hey, boss, you down there?
Yes, get me out of here and kill that worm.
You got it.
The raiders started to blast away at me, so I dove into the ground and ran away. On days 36 through 39, I arrived back at my base to find a Stymphalian bird waiting there for me.
Excuse me? My name is Stephanie. I'm a friend of your brother's. Do you know where he is?
How do you know him?
Well, let's just say that the early bird didn't just catch the worm. I got his heart, too.
Oh, I'm so sorry, but Mordecai died trying to protect me.
Oh, that's a lot to process.
I'm gonna bring him back, though. We just gotta find that treasure.
Whoa, that is even more to process. I'd be happy to help you find the treasure if it'll bring him back. But first, we're gonna need a place for planning.
You got it! I got to work building us a strategy room with a table to place map pieces on. Once it was done, I showed it to Stephanie and left her to her own devices. While she was working, I got to work expanding the base even further. I planted a wheat farm for myself near the cows, so I would have a full selection of foods to choose from. Once that was finished, I went to check on Stephanie to see if she had any leads.
I'm sorry to say, I can't think without a nice tall glass of cactus juice.
Really? But
If you want the third monument's location, you're gonna have to get me that juice!
Fine. On days 40 through 42, I went searching for cactus juice. I found an area full of huge cacti and got to work knocking down cacti left and right. I tried to collect their juice, but they were all dry. What the heck? I spotted a weird looking little cactus and went to investigate. I smacked it and it screamed in pain. Mommy! Oh no! I'm so sorry! Suddenly, a massive cactus monster dropped down from above.
Hey, who's messing with my babies?
She charged at me and attacked, but I didn't want to hurt her. She shot her spikes at me and I evaded to the best of my abilities. No, please! I just wanted cactus juice!
Cactus juice? You're not gonna find any here! The raiders have dried us all out!
Huh. Is there anything I can do to help you?
You could bring us water, but the only water nearby is a reservoir deep underground.
Don't worry, I got this. I set out to find the area, and when I finally got there, I found 1 cube of water, sitting there by itself. That's it? I dug down beneath the block of water and fell into a massive pool. Oh no! I'm not a good swimmer! If I didn't get out of there, I was gonna drown. Instead of trying to swim, I floated down to the bottom of the pool and dug down. I put some blocks above me, and the water drained out. Phew, that was a close one. I dug my way back around to the top of the pool and started filling bottles of water to take back to the cacti. I returned to the surface and handed the bottles over to the mama.
Thank you so much! Here, take this as a token of my gratitude. Oh,
She handed over some cactus juice and a sweet thorn shooter. All in a day's work, citizen. With that, I headed back to Stephanie. Time to figure out where the next monument is. On days 43 through 46, I gave Stephanie her go-go juice, and she chugged it down.
Brain blast! I just remembered something. I saw this crazy tomb when I was flying around. Here, let me make you a map of where it is.
She tossed over the map, and I set out immediately. I arrived at the monument to find it surprisingly quiet. I slithered inside, and suddenly a wall of obsidian appeared behind me, blocking the exit. The place is booby-trapped? Just then, a ghost flew up from below. Whoa, what do you want?
You have entered the cursed tomb, and now you will face the consequences!
I ran away as fast as I could, and eventually I lost the ghost. Down below, I spotted an obsidian glass pane with a map piece inside. In order to open the case, you must present the ancient dungeon key. I knew breaking the obsidian would be impossible, so I ventured deeper into the mysterious tomb. I don't know what's in here, but you're going down! On days 47 through 50, I was traversing through the tomb, and different freaky mobs were spawning left and right. Man, this place is super haunted! I didn't have time to fight them, so I just kept doing my best to run past them all. It seemed like this place was never ending, and there was no sign of the key anywhere. Finally, I reached the deepest room in the tomb, and spotted a shiny treasure block. Huh, I guess that's the thing they wanted? I went up and grabbed it, but suddenly a jade golem appeared.
Hey, that's mine, obviously.
The golem charged at me, and I was forced to fight it. It started pummeling me with its fists, and it was super strong. Luckily, I had grown pretty strong too. As I was fighting the golem off, I also made sure I was doing my best to avoid falling into the spike traps littered around us. Eventually, I overpowered the golem and was able to take it out. Sorry! Suddenly, a whole new path opened up. I ran inside, and it was the treasure room. I quickly grabbed the key and also ran around to collect whatever other loot was there. Awesome! Now back to the beginning. On days 51 through 53, I returned to the obsidian case. I presented the key, and the case vanished before my eyes. I was about to grab it, when suddenly Hugo appeared.
Thanks for opening for me, fool.
Hugo ran up and snatched the map. Oh no! I really messed up this time. Suddenly, the lights started to change, and a massive pharaoh mummy appeared. Hey! You set off a booby trap! Hugo was gone, so I had no choice but to fight the monster by myself. I charged at the towering mummy and smashed at him with my ancient axe. If he got too close, his powerful fist would deal massive damage. Luckily, I had my sandblaster to stall him while I healed up with some food. The longer the fight went on, the sooner I realized I was better off keeping my distance from his melee attacks. I fired at him with my thorn shooter and dwindled down his health more and more. Even with all of my strength, the fight wasn't going well. He was gonna beat me. Just when I thought all hope was lost, I started to transform. My body changed into a different color, and I was much stronger. In my new form, I had 10 more hearts. I finished off the pharaoh mummy easily and ran off to pursue Hugo. He had a head start on me. Luckily, with my new form, I was able to dig through the walls of the tomb. I dug all the way out, but it was too late. He was too far ahead of me to catch up. Oh no! Did I lose the map piece? Out of nowhere, ghouls from the cursed tomb appeared and started attacking Hugo. While he was fighting them off, he dropped his map piece. That was my chance. I went up and snagged the map piece and slithered away while he was distracted. On days 54 through 57, I returned to the base and added the new map piece to the planning room. One step closer to bringing my brother back to life. After that, I got to work expanding the base. First, I worked on a training room. I was gonna have to keep improving my skills, and it would be the perfect place to do so. Next, I built another room, since you never know when more guests are gonna need to take refuge. Finally, I built a memorial for my brother. With that, my base had seen a major upgrade. I miss you, big bro. I'm not gonna stop until I get you back. Once that was finished, I went to talk to Gaia. Hey Gaia, any leads on another monument?
Well, the next monument that I can remember is drenched in water.
Water? Suddenly, a hole in the ceiling broke open and water started pouring in. What the? My house has sprung a leak!
It happens.
No, it doesn't! We're in a desert! I quickly filled the hole before the place got flooded and went to the surface to investigate. What I discovered was the cactus mama from earlier.
Oh, hey! I've been looking for you! And look, I need your help!
What's wrong?
My little baby's in trouble! The raiders use their machinery to make a watering hole, and my baby is stuck in it!
On days 58 through 60, I arrived at the giant watering hole, and I spotted the cactoid drowning. I immediately jumped in after the little dude. Ah! I hate swimming! Being a sandworm, I wasn't the best swimmer, but I couldn't let a little baby cactus drown. I kept at it, but I started to sink. Ugh! I have to move faster, otherwise I won't make it! Ugh! I pushed myself so hard that I started learning how to swim. Huh, I think I'm getting the hang of this. I started swimming faster, and I was able to push the baby back to the edge and up onto the shore.
Oh my gosh! Oh, thank you!
All in a day's work, man. Suddenly, I felt myself getting sucked underwater. I looked down and realized a raider had placed magma blocks below me.
Good luck surviving this one.
Even with my new swimming ability, I wasn't strong enough to fight this current. I was sucked down below and passed out. On days 61 through 64, I woke up on the shore of a beach. I was alive! Ah, sweet sand, I love you!
I don't see visitors around here often.
Oh, hello! I realized I had landed right in front of the next monument. Whoa, those raiders accidentally led me right where I was trying to go.
Yes, I know what you seek, and I only ask one favor of you in return.
Anything. What do you need?
Scratch my foot.
Pardon?
Scratch my foot. This itch has plagued me for a millennia. I have lost my ability to move, but I can still feel. Dig down towards my feet and eliminate whatever is causing this unrelenting itch.
And in return, you'll give me the map piece?
Correct.
Okay, I'll do it. I jumped down into the ocean and started digging. I was making good headway, but I ran out of breath and had to swim back up.
Hurry, it's getting worse.
I'm trying. I can't breathe underwater.
Here, use this.
Moai dropped me a potion of water breathing. Suddenly, Rusty emerged from the depths in a fully functional submarine.
Move it or lose it, worm. That map piece is mine.
He swam right past me and blew open a hole to the bottom. No! He's gonna get down there first! I chased after him as fast as I could. On days 65 through 67, I swam beneath the water to discover a massive cavern where Moai's body was. Whoa! This guy is massive! Just then, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted something sparkling. I swam over to check it out and discovered it was a dolphin's grace potion. Don't mind if I do. I chugged it down, granting me dolphin's grace. This should hold me off for a while. I continued pursuing Rusty until I reached the bottom of the ocean. There, I spotted his submarine. I got you now. I swam over and realized the submarine was empty. Oh no, where'd he go? I couldn't let the raider get away, so I searched the area for any clues of his whereabouts. As I searched, I didn't see any signs of Rusty, but instead, I found a bunch of little parasites squirming around. These guys must be part of the itching problem. I got to work taking out each parasite one by one. I had grown so strong that the little pests didn't stand a chance. After a while, I eliminated all of them. There we go. Surely that cured the itch. Suddenly, the area began to shake.
My foot still itches.
Huh. There must still be something down here. Just then, I spotted Rusty entering a lower part of the cave system. There you are! Get back here! On days 68 through 71, I followed Rusty into the depths of the statue's cave. Luckily, the lower depths were drained of water. Once I arrived, I quickly found the bottom of the Moai statue. Okay, there's his feet, but where's the monster causing the itch? Suddenly, I saw Rusty running away as fast as he could.
I wanna live.
I looked over and realized he was on the run from a horrible monster. There's the culprit! It's go time! I ran in and began to fight it out with the monster. He was surprisingly strong and had the ability to drop meteors from the sky above us. I had to be careful not to get hit too much, otherwise I was finished. I used my sandblaster to make the beast levitate and unable to move. When he was stuck, I dragged him towards me with my sandworm gauntlet and slashed him down with my ancient axe. Even with my powerful attacks, the monster wouldn't give in. He continued his onslaught, bringing me to the verge of death. I had to make some distance between us and shoot him down with my thorn shooter. After a close fight, I managed to defeat the monster. Upon its death, it dropped a meteorite staff. Perfect! Now to check in on Moai. With my new weapon, I returned to Moai in hopes that his issue was fixed.
Max, my itch is finally gone. You did it! Take this as promised.
Moai gave me the map piece, and I felt a strange sensation inside of me. My body once again changed color, and I gained 5 hearts. Woohoo! Suddenly, Rusty appeared on a boat.
You didn't die to that monster? Then here's plan B. Brah.
He began to fire at me with a flurry of bullets. I took out my meteorite staff and tried it out. It caused meteorites to land on his head.
You can do that? I'll be back to get those map pieces soon enough.
With my mission finally completed, I began to travel back to my base. On days 72 through 76, I was heading back to my base when I discovered the remains of my old house. Mordecai, my older brother, I miss you so much. I can't believe the raiders took you away like that. I have to get that treasure, no matter what. Suddenly, I spotted a note lying in the rubble. What's that? I picked up the letter and began to read. Dear little bro, I've been wanting to take you to a secret location for a while now. When we have the time, let's go together. Mordecai. A secret? I have to find out what he wanted to show me. The only person who knew Mordecai as well as me was Stephanie, so I headed back to the base to see what she thought of all this. When I arrived, I handed her the letter and filled her in.
I think I can find the spot, but I'll need some time.
No problem. While Stephanie was busy with the letter, I decided to give the base some TLC. I started by digging a new tunnel deeper into the ground and carved out a large room. I filled the place with everything a social lounge would need. This included food, drinks, seats to relax in, and even a stage for people to sing and perform on. I finished it off with a small swimming pool for everyone to enjoy. This is gonna be the hottest place in the desert. Just as I was finishing up, Stephanie walked in.
I cracked the code. Take this.
She tossed over a map leading to a secret spot my brother wanted to take me to. Thanks, Steph. Time to get some answers. On days 77 through 80, I arrived at a strange location in the desert, and I was confused. Why would Mordecai want to bring me here? I was looking around in confusion when suddenly my brother appeared before me. Mordecai? Wait, aren't you dead? And you're green, like me.
I'm speaking to you from the astral plane, where we can be whatever we want to be. I've missed you, bro. You've really shown those guys who the better treasure hunter is.
I'm sorry you died protecting me, but I promise once I get the treasure, I'll use my wish to bring you back.
If anyone can do it, I know it's you, Max. I have a clue that can help you on your quest. Just east of this location is the next monument. You can't miss it.
Whoa, thanks, Mordecai. I promise I won't let you down. Just then, Hugo came running out of nowhere and destroyed the vision of Mordecai.
East of here, huh? That map piece is as good as mine. Guard!
The guard from the prison emerged and growled at me. I was faced with the same difficult foe I had run from at the prison. I was stronger now though, and I charged in bravely. His bite was as strong as ever, but I had gotten pretty tough. I used my sandblaster to hold him up in the air, and my cactus shooter to slowly wear him down. When that wasn't tough enough for him, I started raining meteors down upon him from above. He was tough, but I was much stronger than the last time we met. This time, I had the upper hand, and eventually I was able to take him out. No time to celebrate! I immediately took off towards the monument to try and catch up to Hugo. On days 81 through 84, I arrived at the next monument. It was a whole world of lush green and beautiful plants unlike anything I had ever seen cascaded down from above. Whoa! I've never seen so much plant life in a desert before. I tried to continue into the gardens, but I was stopped by a gargoyle guard.
Nuh-uh-uh. I'm not letting more of those no-good Wolf Clan folks in here.
I'm not part of the Wolf Clan. I'm trying to stop them.
Likely story. You'll have to prove it.
But I'm not a wolf.
That's not enough. Find my lost plant friend, Bobby, to earn my trust. You can't miss him. I do, though. I miss him a lot.
A plant? Okay. I searched around the monument for anything that looked like a Bobby. Eventually, I spotted a derpy little flower guy checking out a weird pomegranate on the ground. Are you Bobby? Eep! The little dude ran away and climbed up into a nearby tree. No, wait! I'm trying to help! Bobby wouldn't come down, so I grabbed the pomegranate off of the ground. Do you want this? Bobby cautiously climbed down from the tree and I handed him the pomegranate. But instead of eating it, he threw it and it exploded. What? Bobby! I chased him around while he threw pomegranates all over the place, blowing everything up. Eventually I caught him and took the fruit back from him. I'll be holding on to this. That's too dangerous for you. I took him back to the gargoyle and he was pleased with me.
Not bad. Okay, you can pass.
Suddenly, there was howling in the distance. They must be getting close to the map piece. I ran in as quickly as I could find them. I arrived at the top of the Hanging Gardens to find Hugo standing near the map piece. Stand aside! That map is mine!
You've been a real pain in my paw, Max. I think it's time I finish you off now.
He charged me, and the battle began. Even though the guard was bigger than him, he was still much stronger. He howled and started biting me with his sharp teeth, and I retaliated with my cactus shooter and meteor staff. I fought as hard as I could, but he just kept hitting me. He was too strong. Despite all of my upgrades, he was still too powerful for me. At this rate, I was gonna die and he was gonna take the map piece for himself. Just when I thought hope was lost, I remembered I had the pomegranate from Bobby. I hope this works! I tossed a pomegranate and it exploded right in Hugo's face. Ha-ha! I tossed the pomegranates all around, trapping Hugo on a small platform. While he was stuck, I quickly ran in and snatched the map piece. Got it! Suddenly, I felt a new power surge through me. I changed colors once again and grew even stronger. I now had 30 hearts.
You'll pay for this.
Hugo managed to jump over the gap and land a brutal surprise attack. I was left with only a few hearts. Ah! I was still no match for the Wolf Clan's leader. I escaped the little remaining health I had.
Next time I see you, you're dead meat.
On days 88 through 90, I returned to the base with the 5th map piece. I only have one more to go. Gaia's artifact began to shake once again, so I placed it down to have a chat.
You're so close to reaching the oasis!
I know. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, shucks you. You did the hard work, but remember, I'll always have your back.
Gaia returned to the amulet and I heard someone inside the base. My cover was blown. Who's there? I rushed towards the source of the noise and discovered it was just a group of mummified cats.
Sorry for the scare. Our homes have been destroyed by the Raiders and Wolf Clan. Could we stay here?
Of course! I got to work on adding multiple rooms for all of my new residents. I made sure to add a bit of flair so that it was perfect for a cat. Once I was done, the base was feeling a lot more lively. Not too bad.
Thanks for everything, Max. Also, I found this letter with your name on it.
Please help me with a mission, and I'll reward you with the location of the next monument. Anonymous. I better check this out. On days 91 through 92, I arrived at the meeting spot to find a raider waiting for me. What the? Was this a trap?
No, it's not like that. I need your help.
Huh. Why should I believe you? You've caused me nothing but trouble.
Because before I left the Raiders, I got a hold of the final monument's location. It's on this map.
Sounds fishy, but fine. What do you need?
I'm all out of gas for my car. Could you find some more for me? I know the Raider gas reserve is around here somewhere.
Leave it to me. I dove into the ground and began to search for the gasoline reserve. After a lot of searching, I dug myself into a cavern with tons of gasoline barrels lying around. I better be careful. One flame could make this whole place explode. I gathered a can or two for the raider and began to make my way out when I spotted a sleeping fire mob. I can't wake that guy up. I better be quiet. I cautiously slithered by the sleeping mob when suddenly it jolted awake. Nice fire mob?
I quickly made a run for it. The fire mob unleashed a flame attack and caused the whole place to explode. Luckily, I made it out alive. I returned to the raider and tossed over the gas.
Thanks! Here's the map as I promised.
Sweet! Time to get that last map piece! On days 93 through 94, I followed the map to the final monument, Stonehenge. Whoa! This place is crazy! I spotted the final map piece right away, so I began slithering towards it. Suddenly, Rusty came out.
I have you now, sandworm.
What? Out of nowhere, a cage of obsidian appeared around me. It was a trap all along. Hey, let me out!
Nah, looks like I'll be the one on top now.
Rusty used magic to take away my map pieces and claim the final one from the pedestal.
Yes, the wish will be mine.
No! All of my hard work! Just then, Hugo emerged from hiding.
Hand over the map, Raider.
No way. I'll die before I give you this map.
The two of them battled it out for the map pieces. I need to get out of here before they get away with the map. On days 95 through 96, the two factions were battling it out for the map. I needed to take the opportunity to escape while they were distracted. Dang obsidian! I can't dig through this! As I searched the perimeter of the cage, I noticed a small gap, but I was way too big to fit into it. What now? Suddenly, Gaia's artifact began to vibrate. I placed it and she came out to help.
Don't worry, I got this!
Gaia escaped through the gap and began to break down the cage. Once she was done, I managed to escape. Thanks, partner! I dug into the ground and snuck into the heat of the battle.
What the? The ground is trembling beneath me.
Suddenly, I burst from the floor beneath Rusty's feet and landed a surprise attack. He dropped the map pieces and I took it for myself. Woohoo! I once again changed color and felt my strength grow even more. I now had 5 hearts.
Get that worm!
See ya! I used my new form to tunnel away faster than usual and left the wolf in the dust. On days 97 through 98, I returned home with my now completed treasure map. Looks like I have a long journey ahead. I better prepare. I dug around and managed to find some diamonds, which I used to craft some new armor. Next, I gathered up some extra food to keep myself healthy on the journey. Once I was done, I put the finishing touches on the base, building a set of rooms for anyone seeking refuge, and I built my brother a room. I'll see you soon, Mordecai. We'll be together again in no time. With that, my underground sand farm was finally complete. This place is looking good. Later in the day, Stephanie came up to me.
Hey, Max, come here. We have a surprise for you.
I followed her down to our social room and realized all of my residents had thrown me a party. Oh, you guys shouldn't have. Before going on the journey ahead, I took the chance to unwind a little bit. I enjoyed cake with everyone and had some good conversations. All right, now that I'm refreshed, it's time to head to the Oasis. On day 99, I arrived at the Oasis. The place was breathtaking and even more magical than I could have imagined. This is incredible. I explored the wonders of the Oasis. After a while, I finally arrived at the treasure, which seemed to be locked inside of a chest. How am I gonna open this? Suddenly, my map transformed into a key. Oh, so that's how. Here we go.
Not so fast.
Out of nowhere, Rusty appeared in a mech. How did you get here without a map?
I followed you here, you fool, and now I'm taking the key.
The raider leader charged in with his guns blazing. Rusty threw grenades at me to try and blow me off the peak of the Oasis. His arsenal of weapons were much bigger than before. He was not only able to fire his guns at me, but also shoot scorching lasers from his brand new mech. I retaliated with my thorn shooter, but the armor from his mech took my attacks like nothing. I switched to my sand blaster to try and give myself a chance to land some clean hits. Next, I used my meteor staff and ancient axe to dwindle down his health more and more. As the fight continued, I was beginning to overpower Rusty. I kept giving it everything I had. Nothing was gonna stop me from saving my brother. The battle was fierce, but I overcame the strength of his mechanical weapon. Woohoo! The Raiders are no more! Little did I know, the battle wasn't over yet. Hugo jumped out of nowhere.
Perfect. Now the Wolf Clan will rise.
On day 100, Hugo, leader of the Wolf Clan, stood between me and my treasure prize. Out of my way, Fleabag!
Someone is confident. Remember, I bested you every time we've met before.
I'm not letting you get that treasure. I'm bringing my brother back.
How optimistic. We'll see if you can stand up to me after I use this.
Hugo threw a splash potion at his feet, causing him to grow larger than before. He charged at me full speed with the intent to finish this once and for all. I started with my meteor staff to deal massive damage, but Hugo was able to take the hits like it was nothing. He was already a powerful foe, but now in his larger form, he was even stronger than before. I shot at him with my sand blaster to try and keep him at bay and continued my onslaught whenever I had an opening. I smashed him down
with my ancient hammer and showered numerous meteors from the sky above to overwhelm him. The battle was difficult, but I managed to overcome the Wolf Clan's leader. Woohoo! I used the key to open the treasure chest and suddenly magic enveloped the area. My brother Mordecai appeared in front of me. My wish had come true.
Great job, little bro. I knew you could do it.
Thanks, big bro. It's so great to have you back. I love you. You're the best. Bronzer!